Okay, we are live. Harley. Okay, so earlier I just wanted to get off because the owner was on the phone and I just didn't want to disrupt her while she was talking on the phone. But anyways, so now I mean it still has a little resistance. I feel it, but most of that dead hair that I was catching on is now out. Most of it, especially here around the legs, you can see little fuzzies. And it's during the hand stripping where he just kind of sometimes turns and bites and stuff like that. So I wanted to kind of show that. But I think because I got the camera on, he's not going to turn and bite me now. He might. Let me see. Oh, the other side might be a better angle anyways. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm pulling out the dead bird, so it's dry. So the hair that's dead, it's detached from the root inside the skin, but it's still hanging out there because it's part of a bundle, it's part of a unit. So the hairs get dry and brittle. And so you can actually feel the different texture, and when you look at it, it looks fuzzier, and I got most of it here. But yeah, when I was pulling at it here, he's not doing it anymore because the skin is clear. And let me show you why I think he was doing that. I think he was reacting when I was pulling back here to see that. See how it's all brown and kind of dark, right? That's a good indication that that's yeast right there, like a colony of yeast that was growing there. Look at that. Look how gnarly that looks. So as I was kind of pulling out those bundles of dead hair, and it was just coming out in bundles, he was, turning and biting me. But now that that's clear, see, I can even itch it, and he's not turning to bite me. Because now it's all clear here too. See how gnarly that looks? Kind of brown, black skin, kind of crusty. And it looks much better now that I pulled all that dead hair out. And it actually feels much nicer too. It feels silky. It doesn't feel rough and brittle. Oh, Crystal LaCroix says, camera shy. He may be. Ava Yoon, interest. Thank you, Ava. Alrighty. Crystal LaCroix says, can you show the difference between the rakes again? My fine rake doesn't look like the one you just showed. Okay. Let me turn the camera here. So, the one that I was using, where did I put it? Here it is. Let me move this up a little bit. Okay. So this is the one that I used. Oh, see that? So that's what it gets, right? That dead, brittle hair. And as it gets that dead, brittle hair, it also gets all of these specks, these dark, just dander, like skin dust. Skin dirt is what I like to call it. But it gets all that skin dirt out of the skin. So now the skin is actually smooth. When you touch the skin, it's actually smooth. It may still have those brown spots, but the brown spots aren't like, big bumps anymore. They're not bumps. His skin is actually smooth. So this is the other one that you could use. Is coarse. Oh, thank you for the kiss, buddy. Oh, you're such a good boy. Or you could use something a little smaller. See, that's still fine. Not as fine as this one, and it's a little smaller. So it doesn't really matter the tool you use. You can even use this fine tooth metal comb and use that to go through. See that? It kind of catches a little bit there. But yeah, don't get too caught up on the tools, I mean, tools definitely help. But, they're there to help. It's not the tools that actually gets the job done. It's that time. So with Harley here, it's, even though it's taken some time to get all this, get all this stuff out, it's worth it because now I can touch him and he doesn't react anymore. See, even if I touch him back here where he usually does react, even right here, he doesn't react. See that? Even right here. Because now all of that stuff is out. He even feels smoother, feels silky. So let's see here. Will Banixx help? Yes. Actually, last time I washed him, we used Banixx. I left some Banixx for her, Banixx shampoo. And I really like the Banixx shampoo, especially because It's antifungal, antibacterial, and it's made with collagen. And that's really gonna help with the skin. Amanda Elizabeth says, can you do anything about the yeast as a groomer? Thanks for the live. Yes, so again, Banixx, using Banixx spray is gonna really help. But any kind of, even this spray here that I got at PetSmart, aloe vera coat spray. Let's see, ingredients: purified water, aloe vera, glycerin, propylene glycol, polysorbate 20, silk amino acids, chamomile extract, lavender extract, rosemary extract, vitamin B5, and fragrance, Cathon, CG. So, I mean, it's like most products that you use, even the shampoo here, is going to be antibacterial, just like the soap we use for our hands, antibacterial. But you'll really want antifungal as well. And let's see, the Banixx spray, they also make a spray, so that would be really helpful as well. Let's see here. Amanda Elizabeth, can you do anything? I just read that. Besides ridding the dead hair, I mean. Yeah, and basically, I'm ridding the dead hair because the thing is, okay, I understand that I'm not healing the skin, right? I'm not causing the skin to heal, right? But every year, every year that I groom him, ever since we came back 2 years ago, his skin is getting better and better every season, right? And it's because I believe it's because we're actually taking the time to clear the skin of all the dirt and dander that's in there. See that, right? All the dirt and dander, and also all the dead hair that's packed in there. Because I think he has really sensitive skin, and every time the seasons change and he goes through a coat change, I think maybe his skin can't really handle it well. And so it gets kind of backed up, and that's what causes all this. And so what we're doing is we're clearing the skin, and then we're gonna clean it with using good cleanser, good conditioners, and that way we're giving the skin a good environment to function and heal itself. Because the skin is a living system. It's always working to heal itself. So as long as we give it the best conditions to operate under, then the skin will do what it does, and it'll heal itself, I believe. So that's why every season now he's getting better and better. This year he doesn't have to go in for his steroid shots and all that, right, buddy? So let's see here. Sitting shower. Okay. Crystal liqueur. That's a big difference in the amount of teeth. How often can you? Oh yeah. On the teeth on the tools here. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's all right. How often can you use the Banixx? Can you overuse that? No, Banixx is completely safe. I actually joke around, and Laura X, thank you. I actually joke around and tell people and like kind of like in my big fat Greek wedding, how that old man uses Windex for everything. That's kind of how I use Banixx, I use it for everything, even on my arm, insect bites, even on my feet, when it gets itchy. Anyways, that was kind of nasty. I shouldn't have said that. Anyways, so now that we got him all combed out, I'm gonna go ahead and do his close shaving, meaning shaving his feet and his sanitary area here. So, right, buddy? You're doing such a good job, Harley. I'm so proud of you. Good boy. Oh, okay. So, Banixx, just to explain a little further, I actually met the owner of Banixx at Super Zoo one year, and I spoke with the husband, and he was showing me all these tests that they've done, right? And basically, you could spray it in your eye. It's completely safe. I sprayed it in my eye before just to see, and it doesn't sting. It doesn't feel like anything. The only thing he said is be careful about getting it in your mouth, because it could kind of eat away the enamel of your teeth, because it's a lower pH, and so it's kind of like no, what did he say? Anyways, the pH is to where it could but he's saying you have to do a lot of it, try to be careful. But anyways, completely safe. You could even spray it in your mouth and eat it, like swallow it. It would do nothing. But he was saying, like, again, you want to avoid getting it in your mouth. You can spray it in their ears. It helps with ear infections. Yeah, I mean, I love the product. And also, what did he say? Basically, it's like water, but it's just a lower pH, so that it's like a right pH so that bacteria and fungus and bacteria can't thrive. So that's how it was explained to me. And he was saying he can't really give me the exact, ingredients and how they got it to the pH because that's, proprietary information. But anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and shave the bottom of his feet here. He's still a little sensitive for his feet. You're okay, buddy. So he may try to bite me, but mostly I'm just concerned about him catching the clippers. I don't want him to injure himself. So that's why I'm gonna try to, keep him as restrained as possible, but also just kind of feel for it. So if I feel him coming and lunging, I'm just gonna pull the clippers away. There we go. Good boy, Harley. So far, so good. Uneventful. Well, I feel him a little tensing up a little bit. Good boy, Harley. Thank you so much, buddy. Alrighty. So I always want to acknowledge when he displays a little bit of self-control, and I can feel him tensing up, and I can feel that he may strike, but then he just lets it go and relaxes, like right now. Thank you so much, Harley. You're such a good boy. I appreciate that. So I'm always gonna, give him appreciation, tell him thank you for not biting me when I know that he wanted to, but he controlled himself, Thank you so much. And I want to acknowledge that. So let's see here. Alrighty. So let's get him. Oh, you know what? We gotta do is sanitary. He doesn't like this too much. Alright, buddy. Who would, right? Shaving around his private area. There you go, buddy. Good boy, Harley. Such a good boy. Maybe he is camera shy. Maybe he is aware that I'm recording this or something. I don't know, but wow, this is easy today. Good boy. But also his skin is getting better and better, so maybe he's just feeling better as well. Good boy, Harley. Wow, I can't believe this. Okay. Wow. Usually when I shave back there, even when I touch back there, he would strike. But I guess, wow, we're making a lot of progress, aren't we, buddy? And he feels so soft now, so soft and smooth. And the smell, that dog smell is gone. And I'll show you where it went. So that dog smell that we were smelling, oh shoot, sorry about that, guys. It's in here, so it's in tight little balls. So I'll just grab some here. So we don't really see it, but see that? So it's all in like these little tight, because we use that undercoat rake. So they're all kind of in these little tight lines. But look at this one. Look how thick that one is. See how layered it is? It's so compact. So it may not look like much, but even right here, you see all that dander, that skin dirt that I'm talking about that came out with it? So by getting all of this out before the bath, if you look at him, he already looks nice, right? His skin already looks nice. So now I just got to do a little quick haircut after the bath. So all the hard part is over. Now we just have to wash him, dry him, do the haircut, and we're pretty much done. But look at all this, I'm like drenched in sweat. Oh man. But it's worth it. It's definitely worth it because I feel like, no matter what we do, it's gonna be hard. I've done a lot of different jobs before. It was all hard. Even jobs that aren't physically demanding, it's still to not kill your coworkers. It's hard sometimes. So no matter what you choose to do as a profession, there's going to be hard times. It's going to be hard. But I think to find something that's meaningful enough to you, right? That means enough to you, and it's worth working hard for, right? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I feel blessed. I feel blessed to be able to sweat, to be able to work hard at something that I care about, So here we go. Maybe I'll just keep streaming his bath too. Okay, I'll just do like this so we get a good angle. Let me get my hair trap. got my hair trap here. My water. Okay, buddy. Good boy. So I'm gonna tie him off right here at the base of. A lot of people have been asking me how I do this, so this would be good. So I'm gonna tie this off here, this lead I have, the slip lead, onto the base of here, onto the base of this faucet. And that way, you know, there's enough slack where he's comfortable, he can move around, but it keeps him here in the tub. And then, what we do is we do like this, and abracadabra, boom. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so first, I like to test the water, you know, on my hands first. Let's do it this way. So let's talk about water pressure, water temperature. Cooler water is better. Cooler water is actually more healthy than warm water. Warm water is soothing, but cool water is healing. So, and especially his skin with all that combing and brushing and everything, you know, some areas of the skin may be a little irritated, you know, maybe a little overstimulated by all the brushing. So we want to use cool water, but I like to use it, like get it lukewarm, you know, just so, because warm water, what it's going to do is going to open up these follicles in the skin, you know, so warm water soothes. So warm water is going to help soothe and kind of open it all up, but it's not too warm. It's more cool than warm. And then when I finish, once I get the shampoo lathered and I finish, I'm like rinsing him out, that's when I'm going to use cooler water, right? Because then the cool water is going to help seal in all the good stuff from the shampoos and everything. So it's going to help close the hair fibers and the skin again, because cool water helps, you know, contract. So when I start here, yes, it could be a little bit warmer. I'm gonna use warm water to try to kind of help relax everything and open everything up, right? And that way, when I use the shampoo, it'll help, you know, absorb everything better, because it's all opened up from the warmer water. And again, it's a little cooler than warm. You don't want to use too warm. Okay. So I'm just gonna get him all wet. And getting them wet, I mean, I think that there's no real like process to it. Their whole body has to get wet anyways. So I just kind of start wherever, and then, you know, just get their whole body wet. Okay. And I like to block their nose, like hold their nose to protect it so that water doesn't go in their nose. See, like that. So I can spray this way towards the nose, and because my hand is there, it won't actually go in his nose. And then use my finger to block the ear. There we go, so water doesn't go in the ears. And now, you guys see that? There we go. Now we're gonna rinse the rest of his body here. Work the water in. Maybe it's a little too warm now. Well, as the water's warming up, it's getting a little warmer. There we go. And just gently. You don't want to scrub the skin. You just want to gently, because their skin is so fragile. They only have 5 thin layers of skin. So because their skin is so fragile, so sensitive, we want to be very careful and not scrub. You know, just kind of gently. Okay. And that's a good time to talk about. It's a good time to talk about water pressure as well. As you see, I'm not a big fan of like high pressure, unless you have one of those like skin bath systems, you know, where it's like using micro bubbles to get really get into that skin. But unless it's that, I don't really like high water pressure, because, you know, on a cellular level, we're already attacking the skin. And, you know, in nature, other than like a typhoon or something sweeping by, you know, like a tornado or something, they're really not going to experience something like this, you know, on their skin. So I feel like the more gentle we can do it, the more gently we can do it, the better. So I like to use, of course, some water pressure, because you want to get the skin and coat clean. But I don't really like to use like jets, where they can feel it and you can see their skin kind of reacting to it. Okay, so we got the shampoo. I like to start here at the back because this is where, usually it's going to be very smelly and for obvious reasons. And so I want to get back here first so it has the longest contact time, right? Then you do either side of the thighs because that's also a sebaceous area, meaning there's more skin than hair, and that's an area where oils are being produced more down here. Then the armpits. And this is why I like this shampoo so much. You see how well it's lathering? I mean, I got back here, the thighs, and now I'm working the armpits, and I'm still getting a good lather. So I'm really liking this. I think once I'm out, I'm gonna go and get another bottle. I got it at Hollywood Feed on Peachtree Industrial, but this one is the argan oil one, and the brand name is called Nudie, Nootie. I'm really liking this. Alrighty, and the thing is, I like the smell too because it's got a pleasant smell, pleasant scent, but it's not overpowering. Let me see here. I just got a thing that I'm low on batteries. So I really like how it's lathers well. Doesn't have a very strong scent. It's not overwhelming, but it is nice. It does smell nice. And it just rinses off really nice and clean too. But not the squeaky clean. It's not squeaky clean where like you can tell that it's stripped off all the oils. Just a nice, nice finish, a nice silky clean. So I really like it. So now I'm working the ears. Here, so now I'm working the ears, right? So I do the back area first, and then the tummy area, the thighs, and then I work up to the armpits, and then I do the ears next. So, because the ears again is a sebaceous zone, see? How it has more skin, than hair, and more oils are being produced there. So that's why these areas are the areas where you're gonna get most of the smell, the odors, the unpleasant odors from dogs. The ears, the armpits, the underside here, where the thighs are, and where the anus is. I'm trying to think of a good term, but back there. So that's usually where the smells are gonna be coming from. So that's why I like to get the shampoo here first, these areas first. That way it has the most contact time. Alrighty. So Cheryl LaCroix, I'm sorry, I saw your comment. It came and then disappeared on the screen, and my hands are soapy, so I can't really scroll. Oh man, but I'll get to your question, Cheryl. Crystal, it's Crystal LaCroix, not Cheryl. Okay. All right, buddy. See, for his face, obviously he's gonna be a little bit jumpy. He was jumpy. That's why I couldn't get this eye booger. Usually like to comb these eye boogers out. Oh, maybe I can do it this way so you can. So usually I like to comb these eye boogers out before the bath while I do the combing, but he really wouldn't let me, and it was kind of stuck on there pretty good. So I was like, oh, sorry, we'll use the shampoo in the bath to get it out. See that? So I got these two gnarly eye boogers out. Got some on the other side too. He really doesn't like his face or his head being messed with. He never did. So, oh, you're okay, buddy. Just got to be understanding with that. But I can't leave that on there either. So if they're like that, what you can do is get one of these combs, right? And then because the shampoo has now loosened it up, right? Oh, you're okay, you're okay. You're all right, buddy. It's not gonna pull or hurt nearly as much as before the bath. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that right there, like that. See that? Easy peasy, lemon squeeze. No, so, see, now that side we got that. Good boy. And now that it's out, he's less fidgety about it once it's gone. So a lot of times the reason why they're protesting and fighting, and the reason why they're, not wanting us to do whatever it is we're doing, that's usually the reason why we have to do it. So he's like, no, it's uncomfortable. Don't mess with me there. It's like, yeah, I know it's uncomfortable. That's why I have to mess with you there, you know, to get it out so it's not so uncomfortable. Oh, it's okay. That's my plastic water bottle, so. Alrighty. Man, I saw some comments coming in, but you know, as you can see, my hands are a little bit occupied at the moment. So then we go through the rest of the dog. And the motion that I like to use when I go through the body is this. See that? So it's kind of mimicking a dog, an older dog with no teeth, no dentures. I'm just kidding. But it's kind of mimicking another dog's mouth, you know? See that? Giving him a nice massage. Oh yeah, look at that. You can even see the change in his expression. He's like, ooh, what? Ooh, all right. That's kind of nice. But yeah, so just jam. And you know, every time I go and get a massage, a full body massage or a foot massage, you know, like I'm always like thinking about, wow, this feels so nice. Like, okay, if I touch the dogs like this, you know, that'll feel nice. It probably feels nice to them there too, you know. And so I try to take that, you know, some of the techniques that they use, you know, when they massage me. I try to use some of those techniques on the dogs as well, so that they can feel as good as I felt when I got a massage. Alrighty, good boy. See that? So, I mean, not even a lot of shampoo necessary, and I've got him all lathered up. So that's why, I mean, I'm not trying to be a salesman or anything, but I mean, this is the one I've been using for the past couple weeks, actually. It's been lasting me a while. I even did a Great Pyrenees with it on Monday. And I actually have enough. Yeah, I have enough to do. I got another Great Pyrenees to do tomorrow. So yeah, I have enough to do another Great Pyrenees tomorrow. After I do that giant dog tomorrow, on Friday, I think I got a couple more dogs to do. So it might last me even till the rest of this week. Who knows? But I like it. My wife is like, honey, you know, let me just order stuff on Amazon. But I don't know. It's like for me, I like to put myself in my you know, like the pet owner's shoes. And you know, I know a lot of times pet owners are out shopping for food, and that's when they usually buy the, you know, dog shampoo. So I like to get a good feel and just to experience myself what is available on these pet store shelves, you know. And so I've been, you know, having some good experiences, some, you know, not so great. But this one I really have been enjoying. But then every once in a while, my wife will just, you know, order some on Amazon. She's like, it saves money, you know. But oh, and if you guys are gonna order some shampoo on Amazon, Advet, Advet, Advet is a really good shampoo company. They make a great product, along with the conditioner and spray. So it's a shampoo, conditioner, and spray. And what I love about Advet is the simplicity of it. They don't have all these different scents, all these different flavors and varieties. It's just one shampoo, one conditioner, and one spray. And I love that. I love that about it. And it actually has a really nice herbal scent to it. Alrighty. I actually used Advet on Harley one time, but it didn't really. I think he had like a kind of reaction. I don't think it was to the Advet, but you know, it seemed not to help too much with Harley. But again, Harley is a very special case here. You know, he's just. I really think that more than the shampoo or any of the products that I'm using, it's the, you know, 2-3 hours that I spend before the bath, you know, hand stripping and carding and clearing out his skin. I think that's really what's been having the most effect, you know, on his skin. But you know, I may be biased, you know, because I'm the one doing the work and sweating. You see the sweat dripping, anyways. Alrighty, so I'm gonna let this shampoo sit for just a little bit. Oh, sorry. There you go. Shoot, let me figure out how to use these sinks in these nice homes. Just a country boy. Okay. But hey, if I'm ever gonna be using nice sinks like this in the future, gotta get used to it now, right? I'm just kidding. So let's see some, okay. Crystal Liqueur, is that brand all natural? I don't think it's all natural. Let me, yeah, it's not. Because when I read the ingredients, but I like that they are honest about it because a lot of shampoo companies don't really list all this. But it says contains purified water, sodium. Well, let me just, instead of reading it to people, there we go. So it's got some, the glycerin, all that stuff, but it has safflower extract, oatmeal extract, argan oil. So what I like about it though is that you can Google all of these ingredients, even though you can, it's hard to pronounce them. We can Google them, and a lot of times when you Google these ingredients, you'll find out that they actually have a lot of good benefits for the skin. So I like the fact that they list all of the ingredients, and it doesn't say all natural or anything. It just says antioxidant, hydrating formula, restoring. So I like that. At least they're being honest, right? Let's see. Karen, hello. How often should you bathe your dog? I have a Bichon Frise and I notice scratches a lot. It has no fleas. So I like to use the 6:1 ratio. If you're combing your dog head to toe with a metal comb here, if you're combing them every square inch, you can't lie about it. But anyways, if you're combing them every single day, 6 days a week, then it's okay to wash them once a week. But if you're combing them once a week, then maybe once every 6 weeks. Liz Vargas, I like to say brush more, bathe less. The brushing is actually more important than the bathing. Liz Vargas, I use a Q-tip for eyes. Oh wow, Q-tip. That's a great idea, Liz. Thank you so much. I'm gonna use that. And I'll never give you credit for it, Liz Vargas. That's it's like what a jerk. Um, Amanda Elizabeth, stupid question. Oh, I love stupid question. But I love your own explanation between carding and hand stripping. Okay, so carding is removing dead coat out of the skin, right? So carding, even when I'm using this and I'm combing him out and removing dead coat and the skin dander, I'm still carding with this. So this is still a carding tool. Hand stripping is when you're using your hands to pull. Oh, I only have 10% batteries. Okay. When you're using your fingers to pull out the hairs, now you can use a stripping knife to help. So instead of doing like this or like this helps just grip more of the hair, more surface area. So you're using it like you would your fingers, but you're just doing like that and you're helping. This is helping you grip and pull. You're not cutting with these, gripping and pulling. Or you can even use this to hand strip. So what I do is I go through and I do like that and I hold the brittle hair against it like that. And I use this like a stripping knife. So hand, they're both pretty much the same, but hand stripping is more, you're trying to get the detail and you're trying to shape them up real nice, and get all that stuff out. So hand stripping is that. And then carding, and you're gonna card when you're hand stripping. Liz Vargas says, I love bathing the Yorkie. Sometimes when I pet sit a Yorkie, Marley, he licks the water off me. Hilarious. But Amanda Elizabeth, great question actually. So when you're hand stripping a dog, you're gonna be doing a lot of carding. But when you're carding a dog, you don't necessarily always have to do the hand stripping. You see what I'm saying? So you can card the dog out like a golden retriever and then just kind of use thinning shears. But if you use the stripping knife or your fingers and you kind of shape the chest here, you do the angulation around the legs, around the back legs here, and you use it, you're kind of shaping the dog and sculpting them. That's when I feel like you're actually doing hand stripping techniques. Okay, like the schnauzers. Those schnauzers, it looks like their ears are shaved. A lot of them are shaved, but you can actually hand strip it so it looks like it was shaved. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and rinse him off now in the shower. The reason why you want the shampoo to sit is because the way the shampoo works, it's gonna attach itself to the dirt molecules and the grime and grease, and then when we rinse the shampoo off of him, the dirt and everything that the shampoo's attached itself to rinses off with the shampoo. So the cleaning actually happens during the rinse, but that can only happen if you give the shampoo enough time to actually make that bond, and attach itself to the dirt molecules and everything. And so that's why it's good to see bubbles as well. The bubbles, the suds helps lift the dirt off of this dog's skin. And, anyway, so that's what's going on there. That's why I highly encourage you to let the shampoo sit. That way you're giving the shampoo time to work. And then I'm gonna rinse him, dry him, and I'll do the haircut. Amanda Elizabeth, thank you so much. I was very confused. Appreciate it a lot. Oh, you're welcome. Catherine, hello. One more question. Is there any way to get rid of the least fade dark stains under Fall Guys? Yeah, the dark stains there. Changing the water has been really helpful to us. Instead of giving them tap water, we give them our filtered water. And also just combing them out, like hand stripping and carding, like removing that dead hair, just combing that area often and, brushing the dead hair out. That's also going to help as well. And just give it time. As you comb and change their water, in about a month or two, you'll start to see it go away. So anyways, I'm going to go and charge my phone and maybe then I can stream the haircut. So I'll see you guys.